Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, I'm Lydia and this is the F1 Pop Culture Roundup, which is where I talk through all the off-track things that have happened in F1 and the F1 adjacent worlds this week. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that watched the first one last week. It's technically not the first one ever because I used to do this on TikTok. I actually thought it was 2 years ago, but it's technically 3 years ago now. Crazy. I'm so grateful for all the comments. People were saying that they missed this series so much, so I'm very glad I can bring it back for you, this time in a different format. Before we get into this week, I just want to say the British weather today is really British weathering. I have a ring light on standby just in case because it's going sunny, rainy, sunny, rainy, sunny, rainy. And it could get really dark, so you'll just have to bear with me on the lighting situation. If it dips in and out, I can't help that, unfortunately. As I said last week, I'm probably going to miss stuff. I'm probably going to forget stuff. This is being filmed on Tuesday, the 28th of January, and probably uploaded Thursday or Friday. So if anything happens Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Friday, it'll all be in next week's video. And obviously, if I do miss anything, let me know in the comments. We can talk about it down there. If anything does happen in the next few days, if you want my immediate reactions, I'm always posting on my Instagram stories and I'll probably react to it on TikTok. So you can find me over there. But without further ado, let's see what everyone got up to in the F1 world and F1 adjacent worlds this past week. Okay, so what have we got? Oh yes, right, let's start with hair. Yeah, we're doing that again, we're starting with hair. Last week I dedicated an entire portion of the F1 Pop Culture Roundup to hair, because many hair related things were occurring, and either the day I filmed it or the next day, something like that, I saw pictures of Jack Doohan with a shaved head, and I thought, Jack, you couldn't have posted this yesterday, could you? Okay. Actually, it might not have been Jack, it might have been Alpine, but either way, Jack Doohan is rocking a shaved head again. This is not the first time we've seen this from Mr. Doohan, so it's not too surprising. But it does mean that both Alpine drivers are currently rocking a shaved head. Are they going to be extremely aerodynamic this year? I don't know. Is this a weight-saving tactic for Alpine? I don't know. I used to call Alpine French-pine because they had two French drivers. I can't really do that anymore, so what can I call them now? I was calling them French-Australia-pine, but it really doesn't have the same ring to it. No hair-pine. No. Bald-pine. No, I can't call them bald-pine. No. I can't call... No, we're just going to call them Alpine. Yeah. We're just going to call them Alpine because I can't go down that route. I was really enjoying Jack's fluffy hair. When it's grown out, he does have a fantastic head of hair. It's very fluffy. It looks very voluminous. But, you know, he does like the shaved head. Maybe he's also joined the Hair Holds Energy Brigade. And he wants a new start for 2025. Can't blame him. We might as well stick with Mr. Doohan for a second because the other day he celebrated his 22nd birthday. Happy birthday, Jack. I don't know about you, but he's feeling 22. I really hope he played that first thing in the morning like I did on my 22nd birthday, which was 2 years ago now. What star sign does that make him? An Aquarius? I've not always got on very well with Aquarius. So, yeah. The next season is Pisces season. My season. Woo! But yeah, happy birthday, Jack. Alpine actually gifted him a Colin the Caterpillar cake. Classic. Which is not the only Marks and Spencer shout out that will be done in this video. If you haven't had the privilege and honour of having a Colin the Caterpillar cake, oh my goodness. If you come to the UK, forget all the other foods that people tell you to eat, like fish and chips, whatever, forget those. Go to Marks and Spencer's and get yourself a Colin the Caterpillar cake. You can get mini ones now. Mini Collins. Get a Colin the Caterpillar cake. It's basically just a chocolate cake. But it's not just a chocolate cake. It's a way of life. So thank me later. I really want one now. Last week I said that Doing OK, Jack's clothing merch brand, were releasing something on the 27th of January because they put up this post. So I was like, ooh, by the time next week we'll know what it is. I don't know if we do know what it was because nothing got posted yesterday. He did, however, post something today, which is the 28th of January, which was an OzGP Doing OK t-shirt. So I don't know if that was what they were supposed to be launching, what that post was for. But this is the t-shirt. It's got a little pit board on it. It's quite cute. But I feel like that post was maybe a little bit dramatic if it was just for the t-shirt. Also, if it wasn't for that, then I don't know what it was for because nothing else was posted. So I'm going to say that it was for the t-shirt. If anyone else knows, do tell us. Back to hair for a second. Now, I touched on this last week, but McLaren posted a picture and I thought it'd be rude not to bring it up again. Lando's mullet. I don't know if this is a new picture, but McLaren posted it last week and I was like, oh my God. I think everyone can agree that he looks fantastic. The suit, the hair, it's working for me. And honestly, at this point, I might have to add him to my personal podium for 2025. We can discuss this another time. The next section is called Other Sports, because these sportsmen just like sports. They want to play sports, do sports, absorb sports, watch sports, all of the above. They love sports, if you weren't aware. First up, Mr. Oscar Piastri went to the Australian Open, little bit of tennis. Can I just say, Lily looked stunning. As always, she always looks fantastic, like immaculately put together. And I just love that for her. I don't know if it was an Australian Open TikTok, like from their account, or the network or something, but someone posted a video of Oscar and Lily watching the tennis, and the comments were really funny. Some of the comments were really making me laugh. It was like, who's that guy? Who is that guy? Who is this guy? And then people were replying like, it's Oscar Piastri, the Formula 1 driver. Sometimes I find comment sections really funny. Anyone that was inquiring who that guy was, come over to the F1 side. It's fun. If they like tennis, then they've probably seen Breakpoint, and Breakpoint was made by the DTS people. So come join the F1 side of life. It's fun, I promise. The MasterCard sponsorship. I'm obsessed with it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm obsessed with it. I think they started sponsoring McLaren partway through last season. So it's not a new sponsorship, but it seems to be really taking effect this year. They seem to be really going all out with sponsoring various things and marketing various things. In 2025, they are coming in hot with the sponsorships. I don't know if they sponsored the Australian Open. Maybe I should look that up. Maybe that's probably why they had the bottle and the lanyards. I think the answer is yes. I think they sponsored the Australian Open. I found a thing that said for the 8th year running, MasterCard sponsored the Australian Open, but that was for last year. So if they did sponsor this year, then it was 9 years of sponsorship. But anyway, perfect crossover for them, because obviously Oscar Piastri, McLaren, MasterCard sponsorship, Oscar Piastri, Australian Open, MasterCard sponsorship. Perfect. It really worked out nicely for him. The water bottles are so cute. I want one. It's ombre. It's giving sunset vibes, and I would like to get my hands on one. Also, MasterCard, I've seen you working with influencers. And I'm just saying, my bank card has your logo on it. I technically use a MasterCard. So if you want to work with me, you let me know. I'm here, okay? Thank you. Next, in other sports, Esteban went to the basketball twice. One thing about our Esty Bestie is he's not a very small man. He's quite a tall guy, especially for an F1 driver. I think he's about 6 foot at least, if not 6 foot something. But him next to the basketball players made him look tiny. He looked so small. I just got the outfits up so I can look at them, because I knew there was a bit of outfit analysis I wanted to give. The first day he went to the basketball, he went with guests, and they gave him a bomber jacket to wear. If you know, you know. Esty Bestie loves a bomber jacket, and you know what? He rocks them. He looks good. He knows what he likes, and he sticks to it, and I don't blame him. It's like a beige, taupey, beigey bomber jacket with a lot of exposed pockets. He looks happy. He's got a white jumper on underneath, just black trousers or black jeans, and some beigey cream shoes to match, which means we've done the sandwich method. It's a classic method of dressing. It's kind of foolproof. You match your top and your shoes and then shove a different colour in the middle. Usually good to go. And that's exactly what he's done. The second day he went to the basketball, I don't think he was with a brand. Has he tagged his outfit? Doubt it. He's wearing a cord moment. It's kind of another bomber jacket. The fabric has some texture to it, but it's matching trousers to matching jacket. Another classic method of dressing. You know who does like the cord situation? Sir Lewis Hamilton. You can't really go wrong with a cord because you immediately look put together. He's got a t-shirt on underneath and that's kind of a matching colour, so it goes together. It's quite cohesive. It's a wide leg pair of trousers and I love this on him. He looks quite stylish in this outfit. It's better than the first one. I prefer this outfit. And his girlfriend Flavie was there and she looks badass. She's got this massive faux fur coat on. I think jeans or like white trousers and a pair of heels, and she looks good. I love that coat she's got on. I love a faux fur coat. I hope it's faux fur anyway. I just can't get over how tiny he looks next to the basketball players. Because if I stood next to him, I'd be like this. I'd be like waving up. Hey, how's the weather up there? Imagine then me next to a basketball player. Oh my god. That's like, they'd be in space compared to me. And then quickfire, Nico was at skiing. Unlike a lot of the other drivers, I don't think he was actually skiing. It looked like he was at a skiing competition of some kind. I don't know if it was adjacent to the competition that Scotty James won snowboarding gold in the other day. Scotty is married to Chloe Stroll, Lance Stroll's sister, Lawrence Stroll's daughter, but also Scotty is one of Danny Rick's really good friends. We love an F1 crossover moment. So I don't know if Nico was there watching that specifically, but he was at a skiing event of some kind. If anyone knows what it was, let me know. I'm not very up to scratch with my winter sports because I don't like the winter. So I like to avoid snow at all costs. Liam was at a motorbike event. Again, not good on two wheels either. I think it was motocross. Someone will have to let me know. I know the word motocross, so I'm using it, but it could be incorrect. It was like an indoor motorbike thing. Don't say I'm not informative. And Pierre sailed a boat. Aye, aye, Captain. All right, let's talk about the big one. Ferrari! Because they just keep giving and giving and giving. I kind of look quite Ferrari adjacent today. That wasn't on purpose. I just like the colour red, so here we are. We got the first 1644 pictures, accompanying video. There was a lot of drama, there was a lot of cinema. All to say, it's fantastic. I'm very much enjoying the vibes they are putting out right now. I'm not convinced they were actually in the same room for this photo shoot. Purely because we've only had 2 pictures of them together. I just don't know if they were in the same room. So I don't know if we actually have seen the first 1644 pictures. I'm not convinced. I need to see more from the photo shoot until I'm like, okay, they were in the same room. The video that they released is giving drama. And if you know me, I love a bit of theatrics. So that was right up my alley. If the last week of Ferrari content is anything to go by, they are levelling up the vibes for 2025. I'm actually kind of scared at what they're going to produce this year because everything so far has left my jaw on the floor. Maybe by the end of the season, I'm not going to be able to breathe anymore. And actually, that's okay. If I go into a Ferrari-induced coma, I'm fine with that. I just need more pictures from this photo shoot. I'm desperate for them. I know we got quite a few, and I am grateful. I should just be grateful for the ones we got, but I really want some more, and I really want some more of them together because, as I said, not convinced they were in the same room yet. Yet being the key word, because I could be if I see more pictures. So come on, Ferrari, look, I've worn red and everything. Pretty, please. We had an indigo black post. If you don't know what this is, it's Lewis's like other Instagram account. What do they call other Instagram accounts What's the word for it? I feel like a grandma trying to do the internet right now. I don't know. But it's one of those. And he kind of just puts things up. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And the other day, he posted his Ferrari ID badge, where the face card, as per usual, does not decline. I was thinking about this Indigo Black thing, though. Like, how many aliases does he want? He has the Indigo Black Instagram account. He has the Indigo Black Instagram account name. And he also, famously, is XNDA. Are we going to see more music from XNDA? I hope. Maybe with Charles. I don't know if the vibes of the music are the same, necessarily. But it could be an interesting crossover. Speaking of music, actually, Charles' music is being sold on vinyls and CD at HMV in the UK. I don't know about anywhere else. Okay, I did go on there this morning, and it does say, back in stock soon, so it's sold out. But it's on there. They were selling the EP Dreamers that he did with French pianist Sofiane Pamar. Sofiane Pamar. My French isn't very good. And it does say back in stock soon. So keep an eye out if you want to get a Charles Leclerc EP on vinyl or CD. It might be possible. And if anyone has one, because it says back in stock soon, so it's obviously in stock at some point, if someone has one, do tell me. I would love to know. When I started watching F1, never did I think that you could potentially, that a piece of merch that you could own from an F1 driver is an EP on vinyl. Crazy times. Sticking with Charles, he posted another ad for APM Monaco. He is so loyal to them. At this point, they are synonymous with each other. The ad is interesting. It's like an homage to Monaco kind of vibe. We've got some nice close-ups of Charles, some nice close-ups of the jewellery. The jewellery is a little bit blingy. I don't know if I've seen some of these pieces before. It's got the classic gummy bear necklace, but in addition, there's some other pieces. They're a little bit different. I wouldn't say I necessarily see Charles in these, but he will wear them regardless. There's also a couple of clips of him working out. It's like a mini thirst trap in the middle of the ad. There's also this like real close-up shot of his face at one point. So they did this for the Charles girlies. They really did. I am sure all the Charles girlies ate that up. As you should. Oh, actually, I forgot to include this in my list, but we've seen his 2025 helmet. I kind of forget what all their helmets look like year to year, so I don't even remember what his one looked like last year. But it's classic Charles vibes, red and white. One side at the bottom says Papa, and the other side says Jules. But the pictures are really cute. But yeah, it's classic red and white Monaco colours. Nothing particularly to write home about. It looks good. I like the fact that him and Lewis's helmets are completely different, so we'll definitely be able to tell who's who. And that wraps up the Ferrari section. It's got really dark in here, hasn't it? I might have to deploy the ring light. 1 second. Is that better? I feel like that's a bit better. I might be a bit shiny now, but that's alright. British weather. Who wants it? Not me! Get me to the permanent sunshine, please. Let's scoot on over to Williams, because we got the first CarBon picture. It was the first thing I saw when I woke up the other day. What a start to my day. Alex Albon posted the first CarBon picture with the caption, Thai sweet chili. Albono. That was the best caption he could have chosen. I saw the picture and I was overwhelmed already. Then I saw the caption and I was like, you know what? You deserve a round of applause for that. I then saw someone on Threads saying that the CarBon fans, or I guess Williams fans, could be called carbonaras. And I am obsessed, so count me in. I'm a carbonara. I can't even eat carbonara because I'm vegetarian, but I like this carbonara. I already love James Vowles. So James Vowles times my boy Carlos times Albono. Things are looking good. I have high hopes for Williams this year. I'm always hopeful for them. Carlos has firmly entered his TikTok era with an incredible TikTok while he's been skiing. I had to watch it 3 times before actually fully registering that it was on Carlos's account. I'm gonna put this down to Rebecca, his girlfriend, because she posts quite a lot of TikTok, so I'm gonna thank Rebecca for this moment. If this is what Carlos's Williams era is gonna be like, I am sat. I am sat. I am so ready. Williams also have a WhatsApp channel thing. I didn't really understand it. I'm not much of a WhatsApp user. So if anyone is a WhatsApp user and saw this post the other day and has gone on there to listen to it, or I don't even know what it is, and is like boots on the ground in this WhatsApp channel and can let us all know what's going on, that would be fantastic. I might have to do it just for some market research. But all I know is the initial post they did, Carlos was talking in it, and I did think, if I'm gonna just get voice notes from Carlos every now and then, I'm in. Sold! Okay, Red Bull, before we move into the more miscellaneous things. Red Bull have pink merch. It's not the first ever pink Red Bull merch, but I don't know how long this collection of merch has been out. Pepe Jeans sponsored their F1 Academy car. I didn't know if they were a sponsor of Red Bull or just the F1 Academy car, because I know I've seen it with my own eyes. It's on the side of the Red Bull F1 Academy car. But Pepe Jeans have got this entire collection with Red Bull. Again, I don't know how long it's been out for. Some of the pieces are actually really cute. Some I'm like, like there's this maxi dress that just says Red Bull Racing, and I'm like, I could probably embroider that onto a dress that costs me a lot less money than that dress. But, you know, each to their own. Personally, I don't have the budget. But if you're a Red Bull fan that fancies merch that's a little bit different to the usual navy polo, go on over to the Pepe Jeans website, and there's this whole collection, including pink jogging bottoms, a little pink crop top, and like, it's not just a baby pink, it's a hot pink. I like it. I actually own a pair of trousers very similar to those. They just don't say Red Bull Racing on them. Maybe I'll embroider it myself. Red Bull also have a new sponsor, Maui Jim. Maui Jim are an eyewear brand. They've got, I think they said on their website, like over 120 different styles of sunglasses and various different eyewear pieces. Now, this sponsorship post wasn't particularly standout to me. I just screenshot and was like, oh, I'll add that to the list of F1 pop culture roundup things. It didn't really intrigue me or entice me until I went onto their website. And I found out that they were a Kering brand. If you watched last week's F1 Pop Culture Roundup, there was a whole dedicated section to LVMH because LVMH signed a 10-year partnership with Formula One. Well, Kering are basically LVMH's rival company. So then I was a little bit more interested. They both basically own all of the luxury brands between them. One company owns Louis Vuitton, Dior, Givenchy. The other owns Yves Saint Laurent, Bottega Veneta, I think Alexander McQueen. So like between them, they pretty much own luxury fashion. I don't necessarily think Red Bull having a Kering brand sponsorship means anything amongst this LVMH times F1 deal. But I just thought it was interesting to note more than anything. Just because I think the whole LVMH thing was on my brain because I'd spoke about it last week. That when I saw that, I was like, Kering. I was like, I know that name. And then I was like, wait a second. This is probably interesting to me and nobody else. Okay, now a few miscellaneous things before we wrap this up. Liam and his new hair went to see a Luke Combs show. This is a very personal crossover to me because I love country music. I've been to a Luke Combs concert. I know he's great. I know Liam is an avid player of the guitar, so I'm sure this was quite a big deal for him. He met Luke Combs and I hope he had a wonderful time. I'm a little bit jealous. An F1 Hot Wheels collection came out the other day. If that is your sort of vibe, if that is your sort of thing, if you're a Hot Wheels person or you like model cars, I know some people collect them. There's a whole F1 collection now. I low-key want to get one. I don't know which one I'd get though. But if you've got any kiddos in your life that love playing with Hot Wheels, or grown adults in your life that love playing with Hot Wheels, I'm not here to discriminate, and they also happen to like F1, this is the perfect gift for them. Mercedes have a car launch date. Very exciting, very exciting. However, this is a little bit different to the Williams launch date because it's happening after F1 75 Live. So I'm assuming at F1 75 Live they're doing the livery reveal, and then this launch date, which I think was the 24th of February, but don't hold me to that, I assume they're doing the actual 2025 car reveal, which honestly is just, this whole situation is just making me a little bit confused, because then what is the point of F1 75 Live? I don't know. I still want to be there. I still want to be there. I don't know if any other teams are going to do this, where they reveal the livery on the day and then have a whole separate dedicated day to revealing the car, like a track day or something, like what Williams and Mercedes are doing. Maybe in the coming weeks we'll get more of these. Who knows? It's still a mystery to me at this point. And I still don't know how I'm going to score the Car Launch Championship this year. I really need to figure that out. But they're all confusing me. Sticking with Mercedes for a second, we've had some classic Grussel imagery from his holiday. The caption of his holiday post was like, George in Georgetown. Which is so Grussel. It's so Grussel. And then Carmen posted a picture of a bag she had and the key rings on the bag. One of them is a cartoon Grussel pose from the 2023 F1 intro. I want one of them key rings. Where can I get one of those? Is that official merch? I want one. Alpine have posted more Franco Colapinto, their reserve driver, than anything else in the last couple of weeks. Don't get me wrong. I love Franco. I wish he was on the grid this year permanently. However, it is just a little bit weird to me how much they're posting him when he is their reserve driver. It just doesn't feel particularly fair on Jack, especially with all the rumours that we had a few weeks ago. I don't know, it's all just giving very odd vibes. I don't know if I like it. It's just very Franco-centric over on the Alpine accounts right now. Maybe in answer to my question earlier, what nickname can I give them? Franco-pine, because that is what it's giving. That is the energy it's giving right now. Just like everyone else, I'm very interested to see how that whole situation is going to play out when the season begins. I said earlier when I mentioned Colin the Caterpillar that wasn't the first Marks and Spencer shout out that I was going to give in this video, and that's because Haas posted a video the other day of Ollie eating some Percy Pigs. He said he also likes the fizzy Colin sweets, which I love too. I wrote in my notes, Ollie should be sponsored by Marks and Spencer. And then I went back on the video literally just before I started filming just to watch it again, and the caption is something like about being sponsored by Marks and Spencer. Great minds think alike, Haas, because I thought the same thing. I understand his love of the M&S sweets because I also love the M&S sweets. Is Ollie Behrman eating Percy Pig's groundbreaking news? No. But I thought it was really endearing. And look, this is the F1 pop culture roundup, obviously very serious journalism, so I have to include all of the F1 pop culture, and that includes what their favourite sweets are. I don't make the rules, except I absolutely do because this is my video. Moving into F1 adjacency, last week I talked about how Valtteri is an icon. He's been posting, or not necessarily he's been posting, but he's featured in some quite iconic TikToks over the last couple of weeks. And I was saying how sad I was that he wasn't going to be on the grid. And then someone commented about his reserve driving duties for Mercedes, and I had completely forgotten that this was happening. Because I said, like, oh, I'm really sad that he's not going to be on the grid, like, we're going to miss him in the paddock, la 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 la. Maybe we won't have to. I completely forgot about that. This is why this is great that you can put comments, because I said, sometimes I'm going to forget things. So that's put a pep in my step, because maybe we won't completely miss out on Valtteri antics. Maybe we'll get more Valtteri antics, because marketing might use him for content. Mercedes admin, please. We need really good Valtteri content in 2025. Okay? Pretty please, with a cherry on top. And finally, we also had now let's get the name correct, Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona the other day, which featured a whole host of ex-F1 drivers. I really need to get into some more series of racing, especially endurance racing. I've watched Le Mans before a couple of times. I need to get into things like the 24 Hours of Daytona. This might be my sign too. But Kevin Magnussen featured in the 24 Hours of Daytona. I did hear very good things about the race. I knew a lot of people that were there, so I was vicariously watching stories. I've heard the end was quite thrilling, so if anyone watched it or watched parts of it, let me know how it was. Tell me if I need to get into it. I need some encouragement, and then maybe I'll get into watching some more endurance racing this year. I don't know where to begin. I think that's my problem. But then I didn't really know where to begin with Formula 1 back in the day, and here we are. So I know there's always just a lot of really good racing talent at endurance racing, so I need to get into it, don't I? Hello, this is an additional clip that I'm having to record literally just after I stopped filming, but it's because I decided to forget something that someone literally reminded me to include, which is that Kimmy got his driving license. Kimmy passed his driving test. Well done, Kimmy. We're so proud of you. But also, how mad is that? That he's able to drive these cars before he could actually even legally drive on the roads. Crazy, crazy times, but well done, Kimmy! But that wraps up this week's F1 Pop Culture Roundup. Do let me know if I forgot anything, because I probably did. I actually put on my Instagram stories yesterday. If there's anything people want me to include this week, let me know. Speak now or forever hold your peace. And some people messaged me things that I put in last week's video. So clearly some people didn't watch last week's video before commenting. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really sorry about the lighting situation. I'm glad we kind of got it fixed in the end, but I can't compete with the British weather, unfortunately. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what your favourite pop culture moment was in the F1 worlds this week. Mine was the CarBon picture. And if you've made it this long, chuck me one of these in the comments so I know you're a dedicated F1 pop culture roundup-er. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you, bye!